Oh, hello. Hi.
How's it going?
Hi. This is my first time on this platform. This kind of, what is this? StreamYard?
It's basically something that allows me to get other people into a live stream on YouTube. Because normally it's just, one person doing the stream on YouTube. So this just allows me to get guests in on YouTube. So
Cool. So am I doing it right?
yeah.
What's up, man?
Not much. What's up with you?
Uh, it's, I want to be outside, but I've been working out too much.
Oh yeah,
that, that sounds like I'm bragging, but no, I actually would. I would like to be out in the weather.
right. How is it where you are? I mean, it's kind of gloomy where I am, but
Where I am, at least the weather network says that it's a nice sunny day.
that's good.
I'm in a basement right now, but yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
So so yeah. Oh, I don't know. I've got a guitar.
Oh, nice. Got any got any songs you have been working on or?
Well, hold on a second. All right. So let's see if I can get the pic. I've got so okay. I'm a little out of practice, but I can. Sorry.
That's all right. You're still better than I am. I don't even have a guitar.
Yeah. No, well, they're they're not cheap, but they're
Right.
affordable. Like
Right.
I think if you can buy a computer, you can probably get a guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed a good computer and a good guitar generally cost about the same.
Yeah.
So,
Uh, yeah, actually, this guitar that I have here. Sorry. Ooh. So I took this in to be repaired,
yeah.
and they said so. This I'm trying to put it. Okay, so this part of the guitar, this is
Yeah.
called the bridge, and they told me that you see these strings that
Yeah.
attach to the bridge. So
Yeah.
the strings apparently are pulling up on the bridge, and
Oh,
because they're pulling up on the bridge, they can't. It's they said it would be like really expensive if I wanted to get it fixed,
right.
but yeah.
So, I've noticed you've been playing a lot of like even what was it, streaming video games or just recording and uploading the game footage?
It's recording and uploading the footage. I don't think I ever really did a live stream where I'm the host. I just, I don't know. It's probably more popular now to do live stream, eh?
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming. I've been trying it and I've been getting decent views for just starting out. So,
So
uh,
what's like a good amount for a new person? Or
well, I've only been going off of um myself, really, like all my comparing my stuff to each other. But I usually tend to get about 10 to 15 views per gaming video, but that's double what I usually get for any other gaming, any other video. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I saw you have you have some vlog videos with your friend, I think.
Yeah. That's on one of my channels. I've got 3 channels right now, so this is going to be going up onto my 3rd channel. I can send you the link once it actually goes live if you want.
Yeah, you do that, and I'll post it to my social media.
Sweet.
Yeah. And you also have, I think, you call it. I never heard of this before. You call it drone footage.
Yeah. I've got one of these things. It's got a little camera on top or on right there. So.
And that can fly.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have to charge electricity?
Yeah. It's got a little rechargeable battery here in the back, and you basically just it comes with its own charger where one end hooks up to the battery and the other end hooks up to a USB port. And you just charge it that way, and then it's got a little controller that I use rechargeable AA batteries for.
That's pretty awesome. Like my dad got one of those, but it was bigger. But my dad got sick. My dad's still with me, thankfully.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad never actually took his thing out, as far as I know. But
they are fun. Takes a little bit of time to get used to the controls and everything, but shouldn't be too difficult.
And so, like, you use AA battery, like not rechargeable.
Well, I use rechargeable AA batteries. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in there, but this is the controller, and it just takes regular, like, standard AA batteries, and I just get the charger in there, or the rechargeable ones, just so I don't have to keep buying the batteries.
Yeah.
So
I remember batteries used to be a lot, but then, like, cell phones and everything had the lithium-ion battery. Right?
Yeah.
And so I think like, I know for myself, I can go to a dollar store and get like 4 AA batteries for like not too much.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really that expensive now. It's just the reason I do rechargeable batteries for my drone, for the controller, is because each set of batteries lasts about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather have something that I can use over and over again rather than just have something I can use for 15 minutes.
Yeah. I remember back when AA rechargeables were first coming out, they would be good because you could recharge it and it would last longer. But every time you recharge it, it lasts not as long.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting better, but I think all rechargeable batteries, every time you charge it, it basically lasts just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I used to work at a hardware store, and one of the big things they tell me about the rechargeable batteries they use for, like, the drills and all that stuff, because they use the lithium-ion stuff, is they'll last a decent amount of time, but they'll reach a certain point and they'll just stop charging.
Yeah.
So.
But it's probably still better. It's better value for your money.
A lot better value for your money. Because I've had the rechargeable batteries that I use for my drone. I've had those for about 9 months or so.
Yeah.
And they're still working great. So
okay, I was watching some of your drone footage, and you told me you used the camera, but I was thinking, like, if I was going to do something that you were doing,
yeah,
something I might try for myself is, like, if I take the subway, there's part of the subway that goes over a bridge, and so when I'm, like, crossing the bridge, I could just put the camera to the window, and that would get that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't.
that's an interesting idea.
I do have some footage from many years ago when I was on a streetcar, and I would go to the back of the streetcar and put the camera out of the back of, not out the window, but at the window of the back of the streetcar.
Yeah. Yeah, I do something like that with just my regular camera. Like if I'm taking the train somewhere, sometimes I'll just do like a few clips, a few videos here and there of just whatever I see. So
I don't know if you're. I myself, I don't have a car, so but
I'm the same way. I know how that goes.
But yeah, no, I think it could. They say you never forget how to ride a bike, so that's something I could maybe like if you have something to clip onto the front of a bike.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need to get my bike, and then I can start worrying about. Well, once I get my bike, I don't want people to actually take it or anything. But
Someone took my bike when I was in high school, and it was terrible.
Yeah. I've already had. I'm on my third actual bike right now. First one got stolen when I was in school. I left it locked up at school overnight because I had a dentist appointment after school. And second one got ruined because I got run over by a garbage truck. So
that's madness.
Yeah.
So it must be a good story, though.
It's all right. It's entertaining. Long story short, the garbage truck driver said he didn't see me, wound up turning, and I hit the side, and the bike got pulled under the garbage truck. Woke up a few hours later on the operating table.
Oh, you were on the bike?
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, that's really bad. I can't even You must Do you still have pain from that?
Every once in a while. Most of the pain comes with weather changes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when it becomes winter or summer or something.
You feel it in your bone?
Yep. Yeah. One of my knees acts up. One of my ankles acts up. Sometimes I'll get a pain in my hip. But that's about it.
I never had anything that bad physically.
Honestly, I don't even know how I made it.
Well, I'm glad. You know.
Yeah, I get that a lot. So thank you.
So you said? Did you say you had 3 bikes?
Yeah, I've got my family holding on to my third bike right now. I just haven't picked it up yet. So.
Yeah, last time I had just a regular bicycle. One of my friends was operating a repair shop.
Yeah.
So, I guess I was kind of spoiled growing up. I didn't there were some things I didn't realize that I needed to do. So, after unless you keep your bike inside after the winter, you should really get your bike fixed up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I tried keeping it outside. One day, it wound up. I didn't realize it was going to start snowing, and it started snowing on my bike when I kept it outside one day.
Yeah.
Next day, there were rust spots all over it. So.
Did you ever? At one point, would you stop riding a bike if it's too much snow?
It depends. Back when I first started, when I had my first job, I would ride my bike year round.
Yeah.
But now, I'd say maybe as soon as the snow starts actually sticking.
Okay. Yeah.
I personally would stop riding the bike when the snow starts sticking, because like I'm sure you know, like sometimes it'll snow and then melt right away.
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't even count.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, for me, like even I don't think I would, unless I got used to it. I don't. If I had I don't if I had a bike set up and I was going out into the city,
yeah,
if it was like a summer day but it was raining, I would probably be pretty careful.
yeah, yeah. Back when I was driving, I wound up driving. I was going maybe 55. Traffic around was going like 65 to 70, but it was raining and I was going like 55.
Yeah.
I hit a puddle. I start the back end of my car starts swerving. I
No,
almost
wait,
went into the ditch on the side of the road.
you mean your bike?
Oh, my car. Back when I actually had a car and I was driving.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
I should have clarified.
I never, I never got a license at all for a car.
I had a license. I just never renewed it or anything.
Well, I have a license to, it's called a busker's license. So if I'm like playing guitar on the street and the police ask me, I can show it to them.
Yeah.
And
I've been wanting to get something like that, but of course, I'd actually need to start practicing.
well, some people even have the license just for like standing on the street and like talking.
Yeah,
I think you could probably do that.
probably could. Did it cost anything where you live?
Yeah. It costs like $40 basically for a
Not,
year.
not too bad.
Yeah. It's yeah, no, it's I to be honest, I haven't really used it the way it should be used, but yeah, no, I think yeah, I don't know. So I was on I think Facebook and someone said like the people who actually need that license probably
Yeah,
can't afford it.
yeah,
But at the same time, like if you're on the street asking for change, I don't, I haven't done that, but I don't know. I think you could get together some money. I don't know, but you're probably worried about.
depending on where you go and like how generous people are, you could definitely work up enough money. I've heard stories of people working up a couple $100 a day.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I think at the same time they're still not that. They're not doing that well.
Right. Yeah. Of course, most of the people I've seen where they've claimed they've earned a couple $100 a day have spent it. Granted, I have nothing against this, but they've spent all their money on like booze and
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I like. That's what I mean because like I don't drink anymore. But so from my
right.
point, but from my point of view, it's like if you're drinking and doing any of that, like all of that stuff, like it's so I don't look up to that. That's not something
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I personally, I'm in the same boat. I don't drink or anything anymore, but yeah, I've got nothing against if somebody else wants to do it. It's just leave me out of it,
uh,
kind of deal.
yeah. And I also for myself, I found when I stopped drinking, then I would be like I realized like there was all that money that I was going towards the alcohol, and it's much better off not. Like,
Yeah, you got more money to do more of what you want to do.
yeah, yeah, and it like even just like for me, like even just like walking down the block and getting a sandwich from like convenience store or whatever, like
Yeah,
it's so much better being able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I also, yeah, I probably couldn't have bought my guitar if I was still drinking. I got, I don't know. How much do you think this bottle of water cost?
I'd say a couple bucks.
It's 25 cents.
Oh, you got one of those packs?
It's a dollar store, and they sell 4 of them for $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually not bad for a bottle of water.
Yeah, I know politically people say the plastic's bad for the environment, and that's probably true.
Yeah.
But if you're walking around and stuff, like it really comes in handy.
Yeah, I mean, if you wind up reusing those water bottles, it does make it a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I guess I don't know how much this cost, but this is a Swiffer. It's like a cloth.
Oh yeah, I used to have something like that. I forget how much those are.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get one of those again. I just never really looked into them.
I like it because like I'm not that much of a organized person.
Oh, yeah, I know how that goes. I'm the same way.
But it's yeah, no, with the Swiffer it's just like it's almost fun to clean up.
Yeah.
Then I got this is a ball that I can sit on, exercise ball.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get one of those for a while too.
Do you like Star Trek?
Love Star Trek. Is that one of the is that from the original series or is that the J.J. Abrams one?
It's the original. It's I'm not smart enough to know if it's from the series or the movie, like the 6 movies.
Right. It looks like, if I had to guess, it looks like yeah, that one's from the actual TV show and like the first 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah.
So
because one of the in a few of the movies the ship blows up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because like the first 1 or 2 movies, maybe 3 movies, has the same ship as from the TV show, and then it blows up, and then they have something similar, but they have an A on the at the end of the number on the top of it.
Yeah.
After that, and then it switches to the
D.
Next Generation ships.
Yeah, the Next Generation starts with the D, NCC. Yes. And then I think there's, what is it, the Stargazer episode? Picard's the Ferengi or something, like there's the ship that Picard.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget. I'm looking it up now. It says here it's called The Battle.
All right. I think it, yeah.
This is season 1, episode 8 on Wikipedia. Enterprise encounters a Ferengi vessel whose captain, Damon Bach, requests a meeting with Captain Picard. Picard is suffering from headaches when the doctor is unable to to determine what's causing them. And they wind up, what is it?
I think in that episode, or one of those episodes, the Ferengi have these like power whips, where instead of phasers, they're like phaser whips.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember if it's this episode or a different one, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because I don't know if it's Damon, but one of those Ferengi characters, I think it's the same guy who they later used for Quark.
Yeah.
I think it's like I think he's a different character, but he's still a Ferengi.
Yeah, because I know there's quite a few episodes. Basically, what was it? Enterprise and Next Generation. They had a few episodes that kind of revolved around Ferengi, and then Deep Space Nine introduced Quark and had him as like a recurring character.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I watched some of the extras for Deep Space Nine, and they talked about how I think his name is Armin Shimmerman something, who plays
Sounds
Quark.
right.
I'm bad at pronouncing, but he talked about how he was proud that he was part of the effort to like flesh out the Ferengi as a more
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen stuff where he was talking about that, or at least heard about it. So, if you had to pick, what Star Trek series would be your favorite?
I guess probably TNG. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, like for me, it's kind of a toss up between either TNG or DS9.
Yeah, DS9 is good.
Yeah,
But I think if I were to hang out with someone, I would probably want to watch some of the newer stuff.
yeah. I don't know if I'd be willing to. Granted, meeting up would be the tricky part, but I'd be willing to hang out with you and just watch a few. Like I've been watching a lot of like Star Trek Lower Decks, and that
Oh,
one's actually pretty good. Not the biggest fan of Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Discovery, but
I don't know if you are aware of this on Twitter. Uber Eats has an advertising campaign right now with Mark Hamill, who's Luke Skywalker, and Mark Hamill and Patrick Stewart. It's just like 20-second advertisements for the Uber Eats.
really,
Yeah.
huh, I might have to try and find that.
Yeah, I was working. I did some working for the Uber Eats. I think it's
I,
good.
I think I remember you telling me about that, or I might be getting mixed up with somebody else, but somebody told me about that.
Yeah.
And so, how are you liking that though, the Uber Eats stuff, or are you not doing it anymore?
Well, I would be doing it, but I live with my parents, and like I basically can't. It's okay if I got sick from the thing, but I can't pass it on. I don't like.
Can't pass it on to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. Excuse me.
So if it was possible,
Yeah.
is it possible, like how many people can be in this channel at the same time?
I've had myself and 2 other people. I know there is a limit, but I just forget what that limit is. I'm gonna have to double check, see if I can find. I'm gonna have to find a. Oh yeah, it says I can have up to 6 people on a screen at once. So I can have myself and 5 other people.
Okay.
So
Did you ever? I think most people nowadays play over the network, but did you ever play console games where the video games with the split screen?
not really. I had a few games that had that option, but back when I was playing video games like that, I didn't really have too many people that I knew that were willing to hang out and play. So, I think I played, like, I know for sure, I had like Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 had that option. And I had those, but I think I played, other than that, the only other multiplayer games I played were, uh, let's see, I played Smash Brothers once,
Oh.
maybe twice, I don't know. And then like Crash Bash and X-Men Legends.
Is that Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, it's basically Crash Bash is basically a part of the Crash Bandicoot series. But you've got like different puzzle games. It's let's see here. I don't know how to describe it. Um
Like maze maybe?
uh, it says online here that Crash Bash was similar to Mario Party 8 or like Cards of Chaos, Mario Party Star Rush, Mario Party 5, 1-2 Switch. I don't know if you played any of those.
I played Mario Kart.
Uh, I think like 1 or 2 rounds might be like Mario Karts. Um,
Something I heard about. I never played Cards Against Humanity.
well, we might have to actually play that sometime if we can get together because I've got a box of this or a couple boxes of Cards Against Humanity stuff. So it's actually well, it works better in like groups of like 4 or 5 people, but if we
Yeah,
can get together and get a few people together, I'd be willing to play.
I never played it at all.
Have you ever played like Apples to Apples?
No.
I know Apples to Apples and Cards Against Humanity are similar. It's just the Cards Against Humanity is a little more mature content.
But
But you get one person that flips over a card, and it's usually a statement where you have to fill in a blank or something like that. And then everybody else that's in the group has um, a hand of like cards that would fill in that blank, and whoever flips over that first card where you fill in the blank has to pick the best card, and the point goes to whoever had that card. I actually could send you a link to an online version of that, like somebody playing an online version of that if you want.
Maybe, but I got the impression it was the kind of thing where the point of the game is to get everybody laughing.
Yeah, it's that is the main point of the game, is to come up with the most absurd thing to make everybody laugh.
I don't know. Do you know ad libs?
Kind of. I had an ad libs book when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I had mine. But I like that.
Yeah.
And I think you do play Magic, right?
I do. Yes. I've actually got most of my decks right here, so
what?
We might have to try and play a game of that too if you play. I forget if you do or not.
Yeah, I basically play. I haven't really. I don't. So I bought like a pack of like 15 cards.
Yeah.
And we opened them, and there was something like if you there was a variable on the card that said something about like giving someone food or taking food. And
might have been like a food token or something.
Yeah, but I never played with the food. I never played the version that had food.
Right.
I don't know if there's like, what's the best way to keep up on the rules?
Well, for the most part, the rules don't change. It's just they add a few different mechanics. Like I know for a while there was something called a mass, where you get a token, like a zombie token, and it gets whenever you play a card that says a mass, you give that card a 1/1 counter.
Plus 1/1 or
yeah, +1/1.
Okay.
And then like they had the food tokens, which I forget what the food tokens do, but I think it's you sacrifice the token and get a gain life or something.
Okay. Is that like a black card?
All 5 colors do the food tokens. It's just each color has its own thing. Like some of them will say sacrifice a food token to, destroy a creature, or sacrifice a food token to do this or that or something else. So you can use the food tokens by themselves or in addition to what other cards say.
I guess I was thinking about earlier, probably like an earlier version of Magic that you could like, I think there was like a skeleton rider or something that was like a 1/1, but you could have a black card that like you ate your own creature or something like, or like you took a card from the graveyard and it came back.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. There's a few different versions of that card. And they're all skeletons where you could like, if you had a creature die and that card was in your graveyard, you could have it come back to the field, or you could pay a certain amount of mana to have it come back to the field or back to your hand or something like that. But there's like 4 or 5 different versions that I know of that are like that.
Yeah.
For the skeletons.
And so, okay, so like say, like we're not actually playing, but like just so
right.
So like say I have like 3 1/1 creatures, and you have a 3/3 creature, and I attack with my 3/1/1. Are you forced? Like, first of all, is your 3/3? Can he block all those three creatures? Like, do you choose which ones?
Well, I don't. Yeah, like you said, you have the 3/1/1s and I have a 3/3.
Yeah.
If I choose to block, I can only block one of those three cards, unless my card says otherwise.
Okay.
There
So,
are a few cards, not many, but a few, where it says I can use that creature to block. There's one where you can block 99 additional creatures once you pay a certain amount. There's ones where it can block unlimited amount of times per turn.
isn't
Go ahead.
there's a type of creature called a wall, right?
Yes. Yeah. And the walls generally cannot attack.
Yeah.
There are cards that do take away what's known as Defender, and Defender just states that the creature cannot attack, and all walls have Defender. So,
Okay.
there are cards that do take away that inability to block, but for the most part, walls cannot block. Sorry, walls cannot attack, and there are cards that do take away that inability to attack.
Or they can't deal damage.
They can still deal damage. Let's say I've got like a 1/4 wall, and you've got a 2/2.
Yeah.
And you attack with the 2/2. I can still block with my wall, and my wall will deal 1 damage to your creature.
Uh-huh.
But that is the only way a wall can deal damage, unless you take away the defender on the creature.
Okay. So I'm starting to remember it now.
Yeah.
There's
a lot to remember too, so.
Okay, I think there's there's something called an interrupt and there's something called an instant.
It's the same thing.
Is it different generations?
Yeah, it's everything up until a certain point. I forget what set it was, but everything up until a certain point was called interrupts. And then after that point, they switched it over to the word instant. The same thing with creatures. They used to be known as summon, or it used to say summon on the creature instead of creature.
Mm-hmm. And there's artifact creatures.
Yes, which count as both artifacts and creatures.
But so are artifacts are generally like neutral color or like their own kind of color.
Generally, generally artifacts are colorless. There are a few artifacts out there, especially in newer sets, where like a lot of them have been like black or blue. There have been a few red artifacts, a couple white artifacts, maybe a few green artifacts here and there, but for the most part, they're colorless.
And I think there's artifact land.
There are a few. As far as I know, there's 6 of them, but there could be more. Each one of those.
That's my mom. Hold on. Hello? Okay. Sorry.
It's all right. But yeah, each one of there's one artifact land per each of the 5 colors that I know of, and I think there's one additional that's colorless.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there could be more. I just haven't found them yet, but.
And then, okay, I have to go soon, but so this is probably like really obvious in beginner stuff, but like when you're summoning, for example, a creature, you could have like it costs 2 white mana, but then like 3 any color.
Yeah. Yeah, so that would cost a total of 5. Like 5 mana total. and at least 2 of it has to be, like if we use the example you gave, at least 2 of it would have to be white mana, and then 3 of it would be, you could use any combination of, like, if you had like a 5-color deck, you could do like white, black, blue, green, or something.
But the problem, sorry, the problem with the the problem with adding more colors to your deck is for each color that you add to your deck, you're going to have to make sure that you have enough mana pool.
Correct.
And if you want it,
there are ways around it. I know there's a few green cards where you could have like your deck mainly green and splash in like 1 of every color. But there are green cards that allow you to tap your mana for any color, not just the 1 color.
Oh, or there might be actually like a summon, or like, I don't know what it's called, but like a card that costs mana to summon, but by summoning it, you could have the red actually be a green. I think that one.
There's probably a card like that. And I know there's cards where they'll like exile cards out of your opponent's deck, and you can use your mana. Like, let's say we were having a
multiplayer.
Multiplayer, and we were each using let's say there was like you, me, and like 2 other people, and we were using like a black deck, a green deck, a blue deck, and a red deck. Yeah. There are cards where you can exile cards off of a player's deck and then use your mana, like it was any color, to be able to cast those exiled cards.
And exile is off of, not even in the graveyard.
Correct. It's not even in play. So,
right.
But if you want to learn more about it, like, you've got your own, I'm assuming you got your own computer and everything.
Yeah.
I would recommend checking out Magic Arena. It's a real good, they start you off with a few decks. They cover all the basics and all that stuff, and then you can change your decks from there. Once you go through all the basics, you can change your decks, you can make your own decks, all that stuff. You can play against a computer, you can play against other people around the world. Gives you a good chance to learn all the rules and everything. And it shows you, I don't know if you've had a chance to check out my gaming channel, but it'll show you all the different, if you play a card and something happens because of that, and it'll show you all the instance of stuff happening, like stuff triggering other stuff to happen and all that stuff, just from being able to play on the Magic Arena app.
So would that be, you said it gives you a few starter packs, but then would you also have the option to pay for like boosters?
Yes. Yeah, you have the option to pay for more cards. I think it gives the option for like paying for single packs. It gives the option to pay for like 1 pack, 3 packs, like 5 packs, and so on and so forth, up to like 100 packs at a time. So,
all right.
Granted, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it does give you the option to do that if you want to.
The last time I checked, in real life, and this might have been a while ago, if you go to like a role-playing store, you can get, like, for example, like basic land for like 10 cents.
Yeah, a lot of them are giving them out for like either free or like 10 cents a piece for the cards, depending on where you go. Some of them will do 10 cents a piece. I know a couple of them are giving them out for free around where I live. Just because they make so many of them, and the company that makes Magic ships them out, so companies can just say, here you go, grab a couple. Don't make it, too much.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, my mom was calling me because there's food for me. So,
Okay. Have a good night.
Uh, uh, okay.
I am back. So I'm probably going to be doing another live stream later tonight. I just had at the point I'm recording this, I just had a video come out on my main channel about half an hour ago. So let's see who else I can get on here or on an upcoming stream. So if you made it this far, give me a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, all the stuff. I'll see you in the next video.